To a show. I am your host. None before me, none to come, the only one, Jabbar, Lance, Brown, the 6-foot giant reporting for duty. Yes, sir. Huh? Hello. Hello. It's always an honor and a pleasure to come and fellowship with the family, man. You dig what I'm saying? We got another episode of the Manhood Mentor Show, man. This is going to be a good show, guys. This is going to be a really, really good episode, man. As you can see, the title of today's lesson is considered Discover the New You. Discover the new you, change, expand your life. Discover the new you, change, and expand your life. Yeah, man. This thing called change is an intimidating word. It's an intimidating task. And I know why, and the reason why it's intimidating is because we as humans, we are creatures of habit. And in being a creature of habit, we form habits based on our comfort zone. Right? We form these habits based on the things that are comfortable to us and based on the things that we're comfortable with. So in turn, if we face with a challenge that may be that may cause some discomfort or cause us to be uncomfortable, we go in the opposite direction of that. But I'm here to tell you that's how you fail. That's how you lose in life. You dig what I'm saying? You lose in life when you don't want to change. You lose in life when you don't want to make the adjustments required and or necessary for you to accomplish your goal. Yeah, man. We got to change, man. We got to change early and we got to change often. Yeah, man. We got to change early and we got to change often. That's just how it is, man. And anybody who is achieving the level of success that you may want to achieve, because we all got somebody who we can see ourselves collaborating with in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So if this individual is already in a position that you admire or that you aspire to be in, this is a person that you can learn from in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But in order to learn what they're doing and in order to have a similar result or an even better result, you got to become a better version of yourself. You got to learn how to recreate yourself and learn how to reinvent yourself so that you can become the better version of yourself. So without further ado, man, you dig what I'm saying? We're going to talk about this word change, right? And as y'all know, we always start off with the definition so that we can all be on the same page with the context that the word is being used in, right? So the word change means to cause to be different, right? The word change means to cause to be different. So what does that mean, right? To cause to be different. So we all heard the terminology cause and effect. So because something happened, now an effect is going to occur because of that cause, right? So to cause to be different. So what is going to cause you to be different, which ultimately is going to conclude with the change? Hello, that's the question to ask. Like, what's going to cause you as an individual, me, to become different in turn, which will affect the change in your life, right? Sometimes it's when a loved one passes away in your family. Sometimes it's when you may lose your job unexpectedly. Sometimes it's an unexpected health condition. Hello. Sometimes it's when somebody walk away from you in your life that you was emotionally dependent upon. You may have been mentally, psychologically or financially dependent upon that person. And then they just up and pull the rug from up under you and walk away from you. You don't know, right? You don't know what's going to cause you to change based on the circumstances that life can create. But you as an individual having control over your life, as a man having all power and dominion over your own efforts, you should know how to cause yourself to become different so that you can cause yourself to change. Hello, that's what we talking about, man. You dig what I'm saying? We talking about discovering the new you, changing to expand your life, right? And we deliberately put that phrase in the title of today's lesson, expand your life, right? Because all change, right, that you initiate or that you cause intentionally should make you different, and it should create an expansion in your life in some way that creates a greater benefit for you as a man and for your legacy and for your family, because you are responsible for both components. You are responsible for your legacy and for your family, man. You dig what I'm saying? So again, how do we cause ourselves to become different? What cause are we going to use to inspire us to become different? What I'm going to tell you like this here, man. We all got the same 24 hours in a day, right? We all got the same 24 hours in a day. and we all got a brain under our possession that we choose or not choose to program with positive information and with a strategy and with other options that allow you to initiate creativity that can move you faster to your goal, right? So one of the things that you got to do, man, if you really going to change and start to become a different version of yourself, a better version of yourself, I know this for a fact because I did this when I was changing into the better version of myself, right? I started setting up my day the night before. What does this mean? Okay, so the thing is this here, man. I believe that some people, a lot of people sleep much too long. A lot of people sleep much too long. Some people sleep for 8 hours, 10 hours. Some people sleep for, 12, 14 hours, right? Some people sleep for multiple hours beyond the time that they really need to rest and rejuvenate and revitalize themselves, right? And in turn, those are wasted hours that you can't get back in relation to your productivity, right? So how do you create the best result for yourself on a daily basis and become more efficient with your time? Is you got to set up your day the night before, right? You got to set your day up the night before, man. And what this does is, you see, this allows you to be more efficient when you wake up because you don't have to try to figure out what you're going to do on the spot, right? It's almost like a comedian who goes to an improv, right? To improv something means to think of it on the fly, to be light on your toes, to be creative and to be able to maneuver and move around on the fly in a way that it's not already pre-planned or it's not already predetermined what you're going to say and what you're going to do. Right? But we're not doing that with our life, and we're not doing that in relation to us changing. You see, in order for us to change and in order for us to become the better version of ourselves, we have to do it intentionally, and we have to create the cause and the effect intentionally to become different and to change into the version of ourselves, whereas we're going to expand our life. So in order to do that, we got to use our time the correct way. And one of the best ways to use your time in a better way is to set your day up the night before. So what that means is to take down a pen and a pad the night before, and you write out your schedule for the upcoming day, right? You write out how many hours you're going to go to sleep, what time you going to bed for the night, what time you going to get up in the morning, right? You write now what's going to be your first phone call for the day, your second phone call, what's going to be your first stop for the day, who you got to connect with in person, who you can connect with via email, who you can connect with via social media, right? See, everybody don't deserve the same level of your attention. And the reason why is because everybody don't have the same importance on your schedule on a daily basis on that day. Hello, see, everybody don't deserve the same level of your attention, man. That's just the truth of the matter. You dig what I'm saying? That's just the truth of the matter, man. See, we got to start taking control of our time much better if we going to create the cause that's going to affect us in a constructive way so that we can instill permanent change, right? So one of the things that I started doing that was helping me to change into the version of myself that I wanted to become, I started setting up my day the night before. So I would schedule out everything the night before that I wanted to do. And I would write it down and I would schedule out by importance who I needed to talk to first, who was second on that list, who was third on that list, the places that I needed to go to. And I would look at the windows of time that I needed to take care of these things so that I could maximize my time much better and so that I can get the most out of my day, right? So that was the day before. I would write down everything that I needed to do. I would set my day up. Then I would take a nap, right? And I would start going to bed a little bit earlier too so that I can get about 5.5 hours. You understand? Probably 6 hours of sleep tops. And then I would get up and then I would get to it, right? So the next thing after you set your day up the night before and you write everything down, now you got to expect to wake up early. Why? Because the places that you need to go to take care of this stuff is open during regular business hours, right? Even in the entrepreneurship world, right? It's other agencies that we got to contact and connect during your regular business hours, whether they 9 to 5, whether they 8 to 4, whether they 7 to 3, whether they 6 to 2. Right? And if you sleeping well beyond the time that you should be sleeping because you staying up too late, you got less time to take care of your business. That's going to help this change right here become permanent, and that's going to help you expand your life. You got less time to execute and act on those things, man. Right? And we just talking about changing. You know, we just talking about the capital C, that big bad C word, you know, that C word that most people don't want to do, right? It's just the truth, man. See, a lot of people really do want to change, but they don't know how to change, right? So all I'm doing is giving you my framework that has helped me change from the beginning, right? Once I set my day up the night before, I was excited about the things that I had to do the next day, right? Especially getting up early, knowing that I had more time to be woke and to manifest my dream and to manifest my goals. I was excited to go to bed early at night. Then I would wake up early, and when I wake up early, now I know that I'm already ahead of the competition for the day, because most people probably stayed up a little later than me. Most people probably didn't already write out what they had to do, their daily agenda the night before. And most people probably don't even have goals in general that they got to get done throughout the day. They just kind of meandering through the day and using their time indiscriminately based on whoever they might text them or whoever call them or whoever might tap in with them and want them to come hang out. Nah, we ain't doing that. It's time to change. Yeah, it's time to change, and it's time to see the results and the benefits of that change, because we're going somewhere with our life, right? When you wake up early, this gives you an advantage even on, so because you got to get these things done on your schedule within the guidelines of the organizations, the time of the day that they open, you got 5 days a week to make these things happen, right? So if you start your day off early, every day of that week, the momentum from each day before is going to carry over into the next day as you got to continue to get things done. Hello, the momentum from you getting things done on Monday is going to carry over into Tuesday. And the momentum from you getting things done on Tuesday is going to carry over into Wednesday. And the momentum from you getting things done on Thursday is going to carry over into Friday, and so forth and so on. That's just how it is, man. Yeah, and if the change is going to be permanent, you got to find a way to make this part of your daily routine and don't deviate from it, right? And when you don't deviate from it, the habit that you're forming now is recreating a permanent change in your life. See, remember we talked about that cause and that effect. See, the cause that's going to cause you to be different is in your habit. See, and when you reestablishing a new habit, now you're reestablishing a more permanent cause that you hope will establish a permanent effect, which is for you to change, right? And as you're going throughout your day, you got to be critically focused on staying on schedule, man. Make sure that you stay on schedule throughout your day, because you're going to always have somebody tapping in with you, wanting you to come chill. Yeah, you're going to always have somebody tapping in with you, wanting you to come chill, wanting you to come play the game, wanting you to come lay back on it for a minute. You understand me? Wanting you to come pull up and, you know, just kick the bobo for a minute. You dig what I'm saying? Want you to ride with them to another part of town, or ride with them to go do something that is not on your schedule. Hello, want you to ride and go do something with them that's not on your schedule. Right now, granted, you probably got a window of time that you feel is like you can go do that, but you got to think it's not just one way, so it's going and coming. So if you ride with this person to go take care of some business one way and the ride is a 45-minute ride, just remember, you still got to ride 45 minutes to come back. So in essence, that's an hour and a half. That's probably almost 2 hours of your day gone just making a pit stop with somebody else that wasn't even on your schedule that you wrote down the night before. Yeah, this is how it go, man. Yeah, this is how it go. Yeah, if you're not paying attention to how you using your time, other people is going to insert themselves into your day in some way, shape, or form to start extracting some of your time from you and taking some of your time and using some of your time for them. Even if it's just you keeping them company, man. You understand? See, we really don't have time to be keeping people company. We need to be collectivizing with people that's moving in the same direction that we moving in, because they changing and we changing too. Hello, they changing and we changing too. You see, so as they changing into a better version of themselves, we changing into a better version of ourselves as well. You understand? This is where the collaboration come in there. This is where the constant communication come in there. You see? You want to be around other people who changing too, because they're going to respect your time just as much as you're going to respect your time. And you're going to respect their time just as much as they're going to respect their own time. You see, so it's going to be a reciprocation. It's going to be a reciprocity within that relationship that's going to help you establish and maintain this new habit that you're creating for yourself. Hello. Yeah, to change is the cause to be different. You see, and the cause to be different, you got to create a new habit. And you got to create a sustainable habit that's going to cause you to have the effect of change. Woo! You understand? Yeah, man. Once you set your day up the night before, then you get up early the next day, then you stay on schedule, and you making sure that you're checking off your list throughout the day of all the things that you got to get done throughout that day. Yeah, and you want to use the time that these organizations or that these businesses are open to get your business taken care of, right? And even if you're on entrepreneur time, once you take care of all of your business during those traditional business hours that the other organizations are open that you need to help you, after you get off from that or after you get done with that, you got to eat dinner early, man. What do this mean? Right? I know some people. You know, I already know what some people thinking. Some people thinking, man, well, what they got to do with changing? Okay, a lot of us eat late because we out late. Either we socializing late, or you're an entrepreneur. You live in a lifestyle to where you're not on a traditional 9 to 5. You probably never home because you're always traveling. You want to start eating dinner early. Why? Because the people that you want to connect with is eating dinner early. Even if you're an entrepreneur, you got to look at the people who you need to help you. All of them are not entrepreneurs. Some of them work in other organizations that when they getting off from 9 to 5, you want to pull up on them early and invite them out to dinner so that you can expand your network. Hello. See, this is how you see when you expanding your network, this is how you arming yourself with more tools and resources to accelerate your change and to help your change become more permanent, because you got better resources involved that's cooperating with you and that's collaborating with you and that's communicating with you. You see, we trying to create a permanent change, man. Yeah, we want the change to be permanent. Yeah, we want to expand our life. Yeah, see, in order to do these things, you got to become different. Hello, and see, what's different is you eating dinner early around other people who can help benefit your campaign. Hello, see, this is what we're talking about, fellas. We're talking about changing, man, and we're talking about changing for good, and we're talking about changing for the better. You understand? Yeah, man. We're talking about changing for good, and we're talking about changing for the better. Trust me, the people who gonna help you, yeah, they ain't out all night every night. Yeah, the people who gonna help you, they ain't out all night every night. Yeah, they might go out all night on the weekend, but they not out all night every night. The people who gonna help you are on the schedule. Hello, the people who gonna support your change are on the schedule. You understand? Because now you getting on the schedule. Why is the schedule so important? The schedule is so important because time is that one thing that we all have to operate within to accomplish our goals. Hello, see, nobody got more time throughout the day than the next man. Nobody. We all got the same amount of time throughout the day. So how do you become more efficient with your time throughout the day? Right? I'm showing you how you become more efficient with your time throughout the day. You become more efficient by first setting up your day the night before. Then you become more efficient by waking up early the next day. Then you become more efficient by staying on schedule. Hello. Then you become more efficient by eating dinner early. Hello. Now check this out. A lot of people get tired after they eat. Okay. A lot of people get tired after they eat. So I know what some people might say, well, look, I don't want to eat dinner early, Jabbar, because I'm going to get tired. That's the whole point. You understand? If you go and eat dinner early with a new colleague, with a new contact, with a new resource, because they just getting off and or they on schedule, once you eat, you most likely going to start to feel fatigue. And that's cool. Why? Because now you want to start setting up your day the night before for the next day. Woo! Did you see how we did that? You want to start setting up your day the day before for the upcoming day so that you keep this new cycle and that you keep this new habit rolling in your favor. Oh, yes, man, it's time to change. You see, and these are the things that help me to start changing. See, I started setting up my day the night before. You dig what I'm saying? I started waking up early the next day. Y'all already know my daily routine. I started being more attentive about how I'm using my time throughout the day and being more attentive about staying on schedule throughout each day. Then I start eating dinner early and I start looking at the resources and the other colleagues that I had access to that I can go and eat dinner with early. You understand? See, some people look forward to happy hour just so that they can go and have a sip. Nah, you need to start looking forward to dinner. Woo! Listen to me, man. I just gave y'all a real live gem. See, don't get so excited about happy hour. Get more excited about having dinner with somebody during that same time. You see, and as a man, you're going to start finding yourself meeting better women. Yeah. Instead of going to happy hour all the time, start looking at the women that you got around you and the women that you got in position in these different organizations and in these different agencies and companies, and start inviting them out to dinner right after work. Hello. This is how you get in with a better quality of woman, with a more high caliber woman who's in a position to be more of a resource to you, to help you facilitate the change, the permanent change in your life that you said you want, so that you can become the man that you said you want to be. Hello. Come on, man. We're going to talk about it, man. You understand? We're going to talk about it, family. Yeah, man. We're talking about changing and expanding your life. We talk about changing and expanding your life. You understand? And you can't expand your life unless you change, and you can't expand your life unless you incorporate other people into your life in the process. That's just that, man. That's just that. You can't change unless you expand your life, and you can't have permanent change unless you incorporate other people, because other people are going to reinforce that change in your life, because now they're a part of the progress. Yeah, now they're a part of the progress because of what they offer you and what they bring to your campaign at that time. Now, when you start inviting people out to eat dinner with you, you're going to start having better conversations. Why? Because you've been up early now and you got more done throughout the day. Hello, and the people you having dinner with are staying on schedule as well. This is why they're available to have dinner with you. The conversations is going to start changing as well, the quality of conversations. You understand? And once you transition out of that final component of your day and you holding on to that schedule that we created the day before, now that's eating dinner early is a part of you having enjoyment as well. Oh, yes. See, you can have enjoyment by having dinner early. Why? Because a lot of these places that you go eat dinner at is not going to be as crowded as they will be the later you wait. Yeah. How many times we see when you show up at the spot jam-packed because you showing up late? But if you show up early, you would have got in, you would have got all the favor, all the concession that you wanted, and you would have been beelined up out of there before everybody else came in there. You would have had the best table, the best seat, the best service, the best server. Hello, the quality of the food would have been better and all that. Why? Because people not up to, because you would have got the A team in there instead of the B team who coming in super late. Yeah. See, man, we got to expand our mind on how this change thing work and how to make the change be permanent. Now, once you transition from enjoying your dinner, you done had a good conversation, you done invited another one of your resources, another one of your colleagues out, you done got in the presence of a high caliber woman, a better contact, a better level of a resource for you to engage with, and you done learn some things while you done had dinner. You always got to remember this, man. When you go back in the house and then you taking that free time and you winding down for the day, because we talking about discovering the new you. We talking about creating a new version of yourself by being willing to change, and that change is going to cause you to expand your life. See, when you go back in the house for the night and now you preparing yourself for that next day, you got to understand how to use your free time to learn. Oh, yes. You got to understand how to use your free time to learn, man. Yeah, see, really and truly ain't no free time, because there's always something to do. And when you create the life and the lifestyle that you truly desire, you don't want to have no time away from that lifestyle anyway, because it's too good to you and it's too good for you. You understand? How many times we seen a person doing good at the gym, doing good with their diet, right? Doing good with their finances, but the minute they had that cheat day, they turn that cheat day into a whole cheat week. Or the minute they go, you know, they budgeting their money, they doing good on the shopping, they doing good on the miscellaneous and the frivolous spending, but the minute they go out and buy something, the minute they go out for the weekend, the minute they go out of town, they overdo it. You dig? And then when they overdo it, then they come back and they still, you know, got that urge to just spend. And now all of the work that they did with the budgeting, with the managing the money and the managing the finances, all those behaviors go out the window because they should have never deviated from that. Right? Because they looked at it like, well, man, I've been doing so good, I can go and, you know, have a cheat day, or I can go and have a cheat meal, or I can go and splurge a little bit because I've been doing so good. Right? How many times we seen that? It might even have been us. But I'm going to tell you like this, man. When you create the life and the lifestyle that you truly want, you don't want to deviate from that. Yeah. You don't really want to deviate from that because it's too good to you and it's too good for you. Yeah, man. It's too good to you and it's too good for you, man. You dig what I'm saying? Who want to stop doing something that's good to them and who want to stop doing something that's good for them? Answer that question for me. Oh, yes. Man, we just talking about change. Yeah, man. We just talking about change, man. That's it. Yeah, we ain't doing nothing but talking about a little bit of change, man. You understand? And we talking about how to make that change permanent, man. So when you winding down for the night, you want to take that free time to learn. To learn what? To learn the skills necessary that's going to help you become more efficient in the way that you want to change. You see? Man, and the reason why we talking about all this stuff because, man, so many people got dreams and goals when they're young, and then when they become an adult, they deviate from those dreams and goals. Why? Because it's hard. And then they get a job or they enter into a profession where they're making money, but it's not allowing them to develop into the person that they said they wanted to be when they was young. And then they don't know how to get back on that path. Then the bills come, then the wife come, then the kids come, right? Then the health issues come. Then the financial troubles come, and then all of these things wrapped up in the life, they start happening to you, and then you just become relegated to whatever you got to work with at that time. No. See, the reason why we got to stay focused on this change thing is because everything that you said you wanted to do, the man that you wanted to become, you ain't him right now. And all these things that's going to help you change, it's going to help you change into him who you said you wanted to be when you was young. Hello? You understand? It's going to help you have a version of your life and the lifestyle that you said you wanted to have because right now, obviously, you ain't got that. Yeah, and if you do got it, God bless you. Yeah, if you do got it, God bless you. And if you do got it, you know that it's another level that you want to get to that you ain't at right now. That's all we talking about. Yeah, that's all we talking about, man. It's changing to the version of yourself so that you can become the person that you said you wanted to be when you was young. So look, man, as always, it's an honor and a pleasure, right? We just talking about change, right? We just talking about change, fellas. Just a little bit of change, man. Always remember, I'm the one who tell you get your mind right. Then I'm the one who tell you get your grind right. Then I'm the one who tell you get your shine right. Then I'm the one who tell you you're going to end up in the limelight. Until the next time. Hello, peace and love.